Hello friends, I have a powerful quote for you today. Watch your thoughts for they become your words. Watch your words for they become your actions. Watch your actions for they become your habits. Watch your habits for they become your character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. This isn't just some ancient wisdom. It's a blueprint for life that holds the key to unlocking your true potential and your destiny. A quote so profound it's been echoed across cultures for centuries. It also perfectly aligns with the transformative power of yoga philosophy and its teachings. And so if you've ever felt like you're stuck in a rut, like there's a pattern in your life that just keeps repeating no matter how hard you try to change it, today we're diving deep on how to break any habit, no matter how big or small. Hi, my name is Jay. I'm a yoga teacher and therapist, a wellness counselor, and a coach. And I've coached and guided clients and students for the last 20 years, taking them on healing journeys and retreats around the world. So let's talk about changing your habits to change your destiny and really manifest a life of abundance, success, and happiness. In addition, I want to share with you actionable steps rooted in yoga to help you overcome a specific challenge. The challenge of self-doubt and procrastination. We've all been there. The brilliant idea that never leaves your notebook. That dream career path you're waiting for the right time to pursue. That fitness goal that gets pushed to the next day. Self-doubt whispers insidious lies, and procrastination becomes its trusty sidekick. But by understanding habits through the lens of yoga, you can literally rewrite your destiny. Let's dive in, because there are 2 steps to break the habits that are both the cause and the effect of self-doubt and procrastination. Step 1. The power of Pratyahara, taming the thought storm. Our first step tackles the very beginning of the chain. Watch your thoughts. Imagine you're standing on the edge of a raging river. The water is churning, debris is flying, and it feels impossible to even dip your toe in. That, my friend, is what our minds can feel like. A constant, chaotic torrent of thoughts, fears, and judgments. Most of us just get swept away. I remember a client who was brilliant and a talented writer, but she couldn't finish anything. Every time she sat down to write her book, a relentless barrage of thoughts would flood her mind. This isn't good enough. Who am I to create this? What if people laugh at my writings? She'd start, get overwhelmed, and then find herself scrolling social media for hours, feeling even worse. Her thoughts were dictating her inaction. And in yoga, we have that powerful tool for this, Pratyahara. Pratyahara is an important yogic principle and the gateway to inner mastery. In yoga, it is often described as the withdrawal of the senses. However, this translation can be misleading if interpreted as forceful suppression or denial of our sensory experience. Instead, Pratyahara is about a conscious and deliberate redirection of our attention. It's not about ignoring your thoughts, but rather observing them without judgment, much like a detached observer watching clouds drift lazily across the sky. This practice involves consciously pulling your attention away from the constant barrage of external distractions, sights, sounds, smells, etc., and the relentless internal chatter of your mind, creating a sacred space within, where you can choose which thoughts and emotions you want to nurture and which ones you simply want to just let pass or let go. It's the art of reclaiming your focus from the external world and the turbulent inner landscape, allowing you to cultivate a deep sense of self-awareness and inner peace. This intentional withdrawal of the senses is also a foundational step on the yogic path, paving the way for the deeper practices of concentration and meditation. By mastering Pratyahara, we begin to lessen our reactivity to external stimuli and internal narratives, fostering a sense of inner calm and clarity. It's about recognizing that while we cannot always control the thoughts that arise, we can absolutely control our engagement with them. Something like self-doubt is a pervasive inner chatter that can paralyze our potential and hinder our progress. Pratyahara offers powerful tools to address this, allowing us to create distance from these limiting beliefs and cultivate a more empowered mindset. Here's how we can actively practice Pratyahara to mitigate the effects of self-doubt. Number 1, mindful pause, the 60-second reset. Before you even begin to tackle a task that you're feeling a sense of dread or procrastination about, take 60 seconds to implement a mindful pause. Find a quiet spot or simply close your eyes wherever you are. Begin by noticing the ambient sounds around you, the hum of the refrigerator, the distant traffic, the gentle rustle of leaves. Acknowledge these sounds without attaching judgment or narrative to them. Then, gently bring your attention to your breath. Feel the subtle rise and fall of your chest or abdomen, the cool air entering your nostrils, and the warm air exiting. As thoughts arise, and they will, especially those related to potential failure or inadequacy, simply acknowledge them. You might mentally tag them like, oh, there's a thought about failing, or notice a worry about not being good enough. The key is to simply observe these thoughts as transient phenomena, like bubbles floating to the surface and then disappearing. Do not engage with them, do not analyze them, and do not allow them to pull you into a negative thought spiral. This brief pause creates a crucial separation, allowing you to consciously decide whether to invest energy in that thought or to release it. It's a powerful act of conscious disengagement, a micro withdrawal from the immediate pull of self-doubt. Number 2, journaling for release, externalizing the inner critic. Sometimes the thoughts of self-doubt are too persistent, too loud, and too overwhelming to simply observe and just let go. They clamor for attention and demand to be heard. In such instances, journaling becomes an invaluable tool for practicing Pratyahara. Grab a pen and a paper and simply write down every self-doubting statement that comes to mind without censoring or editing. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, or coherence. Just get all those I am not good enough, or I'll never succeed, or what if I fail statements out of your head and onto the page. This act of writing is a physical manifestation of withdrawal. It externalizes these internal voices, moving them from the confined space of your mind to the tangible reality of the paper. This act of externalization creates a significant psychological distance, making the thoughts less powerful and less immediate. Once they're on the paper, you can look at them objectively, recognizing them as mere words rather than undeniable truths. You can even symbolically release them by tearing up the page or safely burning it if appropriate. And this can further reinforce the act of withdrawal and detachment. By taming the thought storm with Pratyahara, you create the space to choose your words, leading us directly to our next step. Step 2, the truth of Satya, speaking your potential into existence. Our second step focuses on watch your words, for they become your actions. Have you ever noticed how the words you use to describe yourself or your situation make you feel? They create a vibration, a reality around you. If you constantly say, I'm so bad at this, or I'll never get around to doing that, guess what? You're literally narrating your own failure. I had another coaching client who wanted to start his own podcast. He'd talk about it endlessly, but every conversation would be peppered with phrases like, "I'm not articulate enough," "my voice sounds weird," or "who'd even listen to me?" His words weren't just descriptions, they were self-fulfilling prophecies of inaction. He was using language that cemented his self-doubt and kept him from ever hitting the button. In the profound philosophy of yoga, Satya stands as a foundational principle embodying truthfulness, integrity, and the art of authentic communication. However, the scope of Satya extends far beyond merely refraining from deceiving others. It critically emphasizes the absolute necessity of not lying to ourselves. This internal honesty is particularly vital when it comes to the insidious patterns of self-depreciating thoughts and limiting languages that we often unconsciously employ. Practicing Satya means diligently aligning every word we utter, both externally and internally, with our highest potential and the truth of our inherent capabilities. It's about cultivating a language that empowers rather than diminishing. The journey to mastering Satya involves conscious effort and practical applications. How can we integrate this powerful principle into our daily lives to dismantle self-doubt and conquer the pervasive habit of procrastination? Number 1, embrace language as the power of identity shifting. This technique is a cornerstone of behavioral change, deeply rooted in the idea that our language shapes our reality and, more importantly, our identity. Instead of expressing a future desire or a tentative hope, adopt language that reflects an accomplished fact. For instance, replace the passive "I want to write that book" with the assertive "I am writing that book." This isn't wishful thinking. It's a declaration of present action and commitment. Similarly, transform "I should go to the gym" into "I am a person who goes to the gym regularly or every day." This subtle yet profound shift in rephrasing moves the activity from a mere task to be completed to an intrinsic part of who you are. By speaking as if you've already embodied the desired state, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind, creating a self-image that is aligned with your aspirations. This cultivates a sense of intrinsic motivation that transcends external pressures. Number 2, conduct a positive self-talk audit. Become your own inner detective. Our internal dialogue is a continuous stream of thoughts, opinions, and judgments, often operating beneath the surface of our awareness. To truly practice Satya, it's imperative to become a meticulous detective of this internal conversation. Consciously observe the words and phrases you use when evaluating your abilities, potential, and worth. Every time you detect a self-depreciating or limiting statement, be it "I suck at this," or "I always have bad luck," or "I'm terrible at public speaking," immediately interrupt and reframe it. This reframing isn't about denial, but really about constructive redirection. For example, "I'm bad at public speaking" transforms into "I'm actively developing my public speaking skills." This shift acknowledges the current state while emphasizing growth, learning, and progress. This consistent self-talk audit helps dismantle negative neural pathways and builds new ones that support confidence and capability. Number 3, master commitment language, from wish to intention. One of the most significant barriers to action is the lack of firm commitment, often masked by vague or tentative language. Words like "try," "maybe," or "I'll see" erode resolve and leave ample room for procrastination. To practice Satya with regards to your intentions, adopt language that unequivocally declares your commitment. Instead of the wavering, I'll try to start tomorrow, assertively state, I will dedicate 30 minutes to this project tomorrow. This verbalization, even if only to yourself, serves as a powerful psychological contract. It evaluates your desire from a mere wish to a concrete intention, activating the neural pathways associated with planning and execution. Sharing this commitment with an accountability partner can further amplify its power, but the primary impact comes from the internal declaration itself. This precise and intentional use of language strengthens your resolve, making it significantly harder to retreat from your stated goals. By diligently applying these principles of Satya, we don't just speak truthful to others, we cultivate a profound truthfulness within ourselves, empowering us to align our words with our highest aspirations and unlock our dormant potential. You see, your actions and habits are really what creates and nurtures the person you are. Your words are powerful spells you cast on your future. By speaking your truth and your potential through Satya, you inevitably inspire action to overcome self-doubt and procrastination. So there you have it. This ancient wisdom, amplified by the profound philosophy of yoga, gives us a clear path. From the turbulent river of our thoughts to the powerful declarations of words, these two steps can change your destiny by dismantling self-doubt and breaking free from procrastination. Take a moment right now, close your eyes. What's one small thought you can shift? One small word you can change? And one small action you can commit to today? Share it in the comments below. Peace and namaste.